You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about the North Carolina Tar Heels' visit to South Bend, Indiana to take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in a pivotal game for the Heels, bro. But before we get into that, man, I want to say thank you so much once again to the Huddle Hooligans for your continued support. And shout out to the newest member of the most savage YouTube gang in college sports, man, Robert Summers. Appreciate you joining the crew, Rob. And still waiting on that DM, bro, so I can send you that Discord invite. This thing is really growing into a tight-knit community, man. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, man, please consider becoming a member of the Huddle Hooligans, man. Live reaction and watch party on January 4th. So come hang out with your favorite North Carolinian as we see if the Heels can bounce back. And we all know that they really need to bounce back, man. Now let's get into this thing first off by taking a look at the updated ACC standings, man. We can see that the Devils from hell itself were atop the ACC with Clemson at 3-0. Pitt and SMU are sitting at 2-0. Wake Forest and Louisville are 2-1. UVA, Stanford, the Wolves, SAC, UNC, and Notre Dame are currently at 1-1. And Boston College and Georgia Tech are 1-2. Florida State, Cal, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, and Miami are all at the bottom at 0-2 in the conference. And we got a deep slate of ACC games this coming Saturday. We got BC at Georgia Tech, the Wolves, SAC at Wake Forest, of course UNC at Notre Dame, Miami at Virginia Tech, number 4 Puke at SMU, go Stangs, Louisville at UVA, Syracuse at FSU, Stanford at Pitt, and finally Cal at Clemson, man. So let's jump into our game. Let's jump right into this thing, man. The North Carolina Tar Heels are 8-6 coming off a critical 83-70 loss at Louisville, where the Heels were outscored 13-1 in the final 3 minutes of that game. Now, Carolina continues to struggle mightily on defense, man. And questions about the coaching decisions or lack thereof have continued to mount as the days pass us by and the L's continue to stack up. Now, the Heels are led by head coach Hubert Davis, who is 86-37 in his 4th year as a Tar Heel. And he's seen that winning percentage dip below 700 at 699. Carolina's leading scorer is a 6', 180-pound senior guard, R.J. Davis, who is averaging 18.4 points per game, 4.2 boards, and 3.9 assists. He's shooting 37.8% from the field and 27.5% from 3. And he still has not seemingly completely put it together for the 2024-2025 season, man. Carolina's leading rebounder is the 6'10", 235-pound junior forward, Jalen Washington, who is averaging 4.9 rebounds per game to go along with 6.2 points. He's shooting 57.1% from the field, and he has yet to hit a 3-ball, which is kind of strange for a guy that was kind of considered a stretch 4, stretch 5 guy coming in to the season. And the Heels' leading assist man is the 6'1", 180-pound point guard, Elliot Cadeau, who's averaging 6.1 assists to 3.2 turnovers per game. Not yet quite 2-1, but he's kind of trending upward a little bit in that direction. He's also contributing 10.7 points per game and 3.2 rebounds. Now, the Irish are coming off of an 86-75 loss at Georgia Tech and have additionally shared Elon as a common opponent with the North Carolina Tar Heels, which UNC beat in their home opener 90-76. So the Irish are 0-2 against teams that Carolina's 2-0 against. So you take that for what it's worth. Now, the Irish are led by head coach Micah Shrewsbury, who is 20-26 in his 2nd year at Notre Dame, which is only good for a .435 win percentage. Notre Dame's leading scorer is the 6'9", 208-pound junior forward, Tay Davis, who is averaging 16.6 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. He's shooting 53.7% from the field and 27.8% from three. The Irish's leading rebounder is a 6'10", 254-pound junior forward, Keba Njai, who was averaging 5.8 rebounds to go along with 6.6 points per game. And their leading facilitator is a 6'4", 197-pound senior guard, Matt Alako, who was averaging 3.8 assists to only 0.9 turnovers, which was almost 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. That's pretty stinking good. And he's also contributing 10.2 points per game and 4.3 rebounds while shooting 45.4% from the field and 46.9% from three. And that'll take us into the team stats, where we can see that Carolina's averaging 85.4 points per game, and they're giving up 79.6 points per game, while the Irish are averaging 75.8 points per game, and they're giving up 70.6. UNC's averaging 2 more boards, 1 more assist, a block, and 2 more steals per game. So now that we've taken a look at the individual and the team statistics, man, let's get into Russ's 3 keys to a Tar Heel victory. And key number 1, the guards have to guard. The Heels were absolutely taken out to the woodshed on the defensive side of the floor as Chucky Hepburn continued to get into the lane and make his way to the free throw stripe in Carolina's game against Louisville. Elliot Cadeau, RJ Davis, Ian Jackson. You don't really know if Seth is going to play, man, but he's our best on-the-ball defender. These guys have got to be much more solid in their switching / hedging. And there were just so many times in that game against Louisville, man, where Carolina's defense was absolutely porous, bro. And once you allow these guards in the lane, it's going to be tough to stop them from scoring, especially when you lack a rim protector, man. The guards have got to stink and do a better job of guarding and keeping guys out of the lane. Stop the dribble penetration, man. Key number 2, you gotta apply pressure, man. I have said so much that I feel like I'm turning Carolina blue in the face, man, when your offensive half-court sets are atrocious because it's more like isolation basketball, street ball, one-on-one, and your defense is equivalent to a wet paper bag trying to hold a week's worth of groceries. You might need to change it up a little bit, man. Press. No, Carolina does not have a rim protector, but put Jay Wash or Vin Allen Lubin back there on made baskets, man, and take advantage of your quicker guards, dude. Hands up, jump some stinking passing lanes, and turn some defense into offense, bro. You're not going to consistently stop these guys anyway. You've got to do something different, bro. Apply some stinking pressure. Goodness. Now, key number 3. This is Captain Jack's ship. Sorry, RJ. I love you, fam, but you are the second best scorer on this team, man. And with the captain averaging 25 points per game over his last 3, while shooting 49.6% from the floor and 41.5% from 3, the offense clearly needs to run through number 11, man. Let the stinking kid cook. Hey, waiter, excuse me. I'll take an order of Captain Jack and a side of RJ Davis. I appreciate it. And that'll bring us into the prediction portion of the show. And I've not fared particularly well in this category this season, man. The ESPN matchup indicator gives the Heels a 69.1% chance of beating the Irish in South Bend. And it's still unknown whether the ACC's Freshman of the Year, Marcus Burton for Notre Dame, will be playing in this basketball game. That's a huge factor in determining this outcome, man. Marcus was hurt in the Irish's game against Rutgers, and he had to be helped off the court with assistance. So they did, however, confirm that Burton's injury was not season-ending. So that's good news for the Irish and obviously Marcus Burton. But we do not know when he is scheduled to return. And as of the time of this video, I have not seen an update. We additionally have no idea whether UNC's second leading scorer and best on-the-ball defender, Seth Trimble, will be suiting up for this one either, which is another very significant component to this game. Coach Hubert Davis was quoted as saying, no updates, when asked about the status of Seth Trimble in the post-Louisville presser, man. So we don't know if Seth Trimble is going to play either, man. Now, Ian has been lights out for the Heels, right? Who is going to guard him for the Irish? That is the question. But equally impressive is the fact that Tay Davis is also averaging 23.6 points per game and 7.7 rebounds on 62% shooting in his last 3 ball games, bro. He's also made 21 of 24 free throw attempts in those games, man. I think you have to put a defensive stud like Drake Powell on him, bro, and just attempt to make the majority of the offense come from somewhere else, man. Notre Dame has some guys that can shoot the 3-ball as well, man, to include Micah Shrewsbury, who's Coach Shrewsbury's son, and Alako, among others, dude. Alako's a bigger guy, and he can catch and shoot, dude. But the Irish have also struggled with consistency, much like the Heels, man. They just aren't as talented on paper. And I want to put a huge emphasis on they're not as talented on paper. The Irish should be able to get inside against the Heels, men, but I also think that the Carolina guards will be smaller and quicker than their counterparts, enabling them to get inside against the Irish as well, man. So I'm going to call this game like Burton and Seth Trimble are not playing, okay? And I'm going to give the Heels 82 and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 80. In front of what's been reported as a sold-out game where the Irish are wearing all green. So Carolina should be in their away Carolina Blues. So it's going to be somewhat of a color rush type game. And I'm sticking with the Heels. All right, I'm giving you all of my love and support. Please don't let me down, bro. 82 to 80 Carolina, man. So you let me know what you think about this basketball game down in the comment section. Tar Heel and Fighting Irish Nation. Is your boy Russ onto something? Or am I sitting up there in the nosebleeds having no idea what I'm talking about? Do me a favor, man. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It is a great day to be a Tar Heel. And we'll see you on noon on the 4th, baby, for the watch party. Go Heels.